Four high school kids find an ancient video diversion support and are drawn into the game's wilderness setting, truly getting to be the grown-up avatars they chose. What they find is that you simply do not fair play Jumanji, you must survive it. To defeat the diversion and return to the genuine world, they lot to go on the foremost perilous adventure of their lives, find what Alan Parrish cleared out a long time prior, and alter the way they think approximately themselves, or they'll be stuck within the amusement until the end of time. In 1996, young person Alex Freak, artisan Gook Choni, gets the first, and reviled, Jumanji board diversion after his father finds it whereas running on a shoreline, but puts it aside, pretentiously noticing that no one plays board diversions any longer, instead playing a video diversion including bikes. Overnight, the diversion changes so that the box's substance are presently a video diversion cartridge, but when Alex puts it in his support and turns it on, he vanishes. A long time afterward, tall school understudy Spencer Gilpin, Alex Wolf, is sent to detainment for making a difference. His previous best companion, Anthony Ice Chest Johnson, Sir Darius Blaine, with his homework by composing Fridge's papers for him. They are joined by Bethany Walker, Madison Eisman, a wonderful young lady who was caught talking on her phone amid a test, and Martha Catley, Morgan Turner, a socially unbalanced young lady who questioned to being made to take an interest in exercise center course. For detainment, they are charged by Vital Bentley, Mark Evan Jackson, with expelling the staples from disposed-of magazines in an ancient capacity range, but Spencer finds the support containing the Jumanji diversion and persuades the others to play it with him. They are incapable to get to one of the 5-player alternatives, a pilot, but once all 4 others have been chosen, the diversion draws them all interior it. Finding themselves in the wilderness, all 4 are shaken to realize that they have gotten to be the avatars they chose for the diversion. Spencer finds himself turned into Dr. Seth Bravestone, Dwayne Johnson, a solid paleontologist. Cooler arrives into the diversion as Franklin Moose Finbar, Kevin Hart, and Master Zoologist, but Cooler is disturbed that his avatar may be a foot shorter than he regularly is. Martha gets to be Ruby Roundhouse, Karen Gillan, Executioner of Men. Bethany is presently Dr. Shelley Oberon, Jack Dark, a cartographer that Bethany mixed up for a lady since the depiction examined awe-inspiring virtuoso, and she gets to be stunned upon seeing her reflection. The 4 freak out as they realize they are within the diversion. Nearly promptly, Bethany is abruptly eaten by a hippopotamus that rises from the waterway, but she quickly returns after falling out of the sky. Escaping from a rush of hippos, the gather experience Nigel, Rhys Darby, whose tedious reactions offer assistant Spencer recognize him as an NPC, non-player character, who tells them that they have come to Jumanji, within the setting of the amusement. In reaction to a letter Nigel composed to Spencer's avatar. The letter clarifies that Nigel was portion of an undertaking by pioneer John Hart and Van Pelt, Bobby Cannavale, to claim the amazing jewel, the Jaguar's Eye, evacuation of the jewel from the expansive Puma statue giving Van Pelt control over the creatures of Jumanji. In a range to total the amusement, the players must return the pearl to the Puma statue and call out Jumanji. With those enlightening given, the gather are dropped off exterior at Timberland, where it is uncovered that Bethany alone can examine the outline Nigel gave them, the outline coordinating them to the another range of their journey. They are in this way assaulted by Van Pelt's men on motorbikes, but oversee to elude by escaping through the trees and bouncing off a cliff into a waterway. After rising from the stream, Martha realizes that she has been shot, but returns to the bunch quickly after her avatar detonates. Analyzing a arrangement of line tattoos on their lower arms, which initially comprised of had a place to Alan Parrish, Robin Williams's character from the initial motion picture. He makes margaritas for the group, and Ice Chest gets inebriated. Alex notices that he has been stuck within the game for months, and he hasn't been able to urge to the transportation shed to induce himself out. Alex has utilized up 2 of his lives and been incapable to advance assist without the others due to his constrained aptitudes, but has distinguished the transport shed where they will procure the implies to move on. Whereas Bethan educates Martha in how to be at ease to occupy the watches, Alex's dated references lead Spencer and Cooler to realize that he is Alex Freak. Alex in turn, being stunned to memorize that he has been caught within the diversion for over 20 a long time. In spite of the fact that Alex endures a freeze assault, the group are able to pick up Get to the transport shed after Martha taps into her character's quality of move combat, hence making a difference. Alex recognized that they can total the diversion by working together. There's a brief freeze when harm to the helicopter traps it in a canyon before a rampaging crowd of white rhinoceros, but Spencer is able to repair the harm and offer assistance them climb. Shockingly, they lose the diamond when it falls out of Fridge's rucksack, but Spencer is able to recover the jewel after utilizing Ice Chest as a sacrifice to draw the rhino herd's consideration, in this way requesting Alex to turn the helicopter in time to capture Ice Chest as he respawns. Once they arrive, Alex is stung by a mosquito and starts to pass on due to his avatar's shortcoming, but Bethany spares him by giving him CPR, which passes one of her remaining lives to him. As they plan for their another step, Spencer and Martha concede that they have sentiments for each other within the genuine world, whereas Bethany starts to bond with Alex. Making their way to the jaguar statue, they find themselves confronted by actual jaguar guards, which cost Spencer one of his lives when he attempts to take the gem along the path to the statue alone for the players to lose the gem when it is thrown away. While the others occupy Van Pelt's flunkies, Spencer takes the bicycle to the beat of the statue whereas Martha recovers the diamond from a pit full of snakes, utilizing her character's shortcoming to poison to give up her moment's life and respawn in a position where she can pass the jewel to Spencer as she falls. With this activity, Spencer places the jewel within the statue and calls out Jumanji, finishing the diversion and re-establishing the wilderness to peace. With this triumph, Nigel shows up to praise the gather, shaking their hands and returning them to the genuine world. Back within the capacity room, all four detainment understudies have returned to their genuine shapes, but are disheartened to find that Alex isn't among them. As they walk domestic, they witness the Freak family, which had fallen into deterioration as Alex's guardians had no reply as to his destiny, has been completely re-established. As a car parks exterior the house to discharge a family, the father sees the previous players and affirms that he is Alex, who developed from the amusement in 1996 and changed his history, moreover uncovering that he named his eldest girl after Bethany. The taking after week at school, Spencer and Ice Chest are companions once more, and Bethany is making plans to go hiking, whereas Spencer and Martha begin dating. When they listen the drum beats of Jumanji, they take the comfort out to the back of the school and Cooler drops a bowling ball onto it. Each plans that this will conclusion the amusement once and for all. However, at the conclusion of the conclusion credits, Jumanji's threatening wilderness drums play as soon as more, proposing the amusement still exists in a few frame to play another of its perilous recreations. The film gotten blended surveys from fault finders and earned $83.6 million worldwide.